Alright guys, so it is the next lesson in the video series here. What we're going to talk about today is basically minor keys. And so it's going to be a little bit in relation to what we have been talking about over the past couple lessons, where we've been talking about major keys and how many sharps and flats they have, how many the circle of fifths, different things like that. And so we're going to talk about that today, but in relationship to minor keys. So again, I'm going to post in this video or a picture below of basically the circle of fifths, and if you've seen the one that I've done before, it has kind of a minor equivalent. I'm going to show you how to find that minor equivalent and also just what notes are in that scale, okay? And we're going to do it kind of the same way. We're going to divide up the sharps and the flats. So today we'll talk about the sharps. So let's turn over here to the keyboard real quick and we'll talk about it, okay? Wow! Alright, so got our keyboard here. Scoot you a little bit closer. Okay, so we've got our keyboard here. So when we talked about the sharps, we talked basically about, we started on C, right? So we started on C, and then what we did is we went up a fifth to G, right? But what we want to talk about today is what the minor equivalent is to C. Right, so the way that you find that is super easy, and if you've been following the lessons at all, maybe you need to go and search for this one. But all you have to do in order to figure out what the minor equivalent is go down one half step and then one whole step. Right? So the minor equivalent to the key of C is A minor, right? And so A minor has all of the same notes as C, just in a different order, right? So we start on A, we go up to B, we go up to C, D, E, F, G, A, right? And what'll be helpful for you here as well is to kind of, if you were working with the whole steps and half steps, you can look at it that way too. So the formula is a little bit different for a minor scale. We have an A, and that's the key note or the root note, right? Then we have a whole step, then a half step, then a whole step, and a whole step, and a half, and a whole, okay? And that's kind of the formula for the minor scale. It's basically a major scale, just in a different order, right? Right, so if we're on A, we're going to go up the circle of fifths, so we're going to go up 5, right? Now, if you were to look at it in relation to what notes are in this, the way that you'd figure that out is you might, for me, what I had to do for a long time was kind of go back to whatever key it originally is, so I could figure out what notes are in it. So again, basically what you have to do is, let's say you know that you're going to be in E minor. All you have to do is go up a whole step and then a half step, right? Right? So you know that the minor equivalent to what G is E minor. G major, the minor equivalent is E minor. So we know that in G we have one sharp, right? Just one sharp. So we'll just build the formula and make sure that we get those notes in there. So we have E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E, right? So that's the minor equivalent to G. It's E minor, okay? And it just kind of continues throughout the entire thing, right? The entire circle of fifths like we talked about the other day. So if you were on E minor, you would go up a fifth, right, to B minor. Now, again, if you can't figure out, what notes are in this, you might just have to build it up. Go up a half step and then a whole step, or a whole step and then a half step. So we know that B or B minor is the minor equivalent to D major, okay? And don't worry if you can't remember all of this. What I'll do is I'll post that underneath all the minor equivalents, just so you can know. And again, I'll have that picture of the circle of fifths that I found online. So we're in B, and we know that D major. So B minor is the minor equivalent to D major, and D major has how many sharps? As 2 sharps, right? So we want to make sure that we have those same sharps in it. So we're going to have F sharp and C sharp in this, okay? So we're going to go B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, right? So that's the minor equivalent to D major is B minor, and B minor has 2 sharps, D major has 2 sharps, okay? Now, same thing, we're going to do it the exact same way. We're going to go up a fifth and just build upon it, just continue to build up. So we'll kind of do it as if we were on G major, okay? Or D major, sorry. So we go up to perfect fifth to A major, and how do we figure out what the minor equivalent is? We go down 1 whole step and a half step, right? Okay, so we went down a whole step and a half step, or if you really want to do it half steps, 3 half steps, right? So the minor equivalent to A major is F sharp minor, okay? Now we know that A major has 3 sharps, right? Has 3 sharps, and we know that those 3 sharps are F, C, G, right? So we're on F sharp major. We'll start down here. We need to make sure that, or F sharp minor, sorry. We need to make sure that we're getting those 3 sharps, F, C, and G. So we go F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, right? So that's kind of the minor equivalent. And if you're, kind of struggling and trying to think, why is this kind of the way that it is? And why would I even need to know this? It just helps you write different music that sounds a little bit different, maybe even sounds a little bit better. Kind of just mixes it up. So again, the minor equivalent to A major, or A major up here, wherever you're at, is F sharp minor. And we'll do one more, and then what I'm going to do is we're just going to end the video, and we'll finish up tomorrow the sharps, just because we want to make sure you're understanding everything, and I want to give everyone a chance to understand this. So we'll do one more, and then we'll end the video and continue tomorrow. Okay? So we're going to go up a perfect fifth, right, to find the next minor scale here, which is, if you're looking at it, C sharp minor, right? Now C sharp minor, if you want to figure out what minor equivalent it is to its major key, it is, you go up a half step and then a whole step. It's equivalent to E major. So E major's minor equivalent is C sharp minor. Now E major has 4 sharps. It has F, C, G, and D, and C sharp minor has those same sharps, F, C, G, and D. Okay, so when we play the scale, we need to make sure that we are getting all 4 of those sharps. So we start on C sharp, we go up to D sharp, we go up again to the next note, right, to E, then to F sharp, then to G sharp, then to A, then to B, then to C sharp, right? Had a little brain fart there. Couldn't remember what came next after the D sharp. So we have F, C, G, and D. And just to make sure that I explained it right, you go up from C sharp to D sharp to E to F sharp to G sharp to A to B to C sharp again. So the minor equivalent to E major is C sharp minor, right? So we're going to end the video there. And again, we'll finish up tomorrow with the sharps, and then we may have to come back and do two videos for the flats as well. But the whole point and purpose is that you're understanding everything, you're not getting confused, and so we'll end the video. I'll make sure to cover all the notes in the actual post below, so that you have it, and if you need to write it down. Sometimes, people need to see it visually, sometimes people need to write it down. I'm just going to make sure that we're getting y'all taken care of, okay? So we'll talk to you tomorrow on the next video. Take care.